Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be showcasing basically a build I was working on for a while. Um I was going to make a game out of it, but I decided not to anymore. I usually just make a ton of different games and never finish them, and this was actually one of them. So, I'll go ahead and show you around. It's mainly just a build right now of what I've done. Um but I mean, you can kind of see this was supposed to be kind of like the idea of this game, I guess, would have been more of like an adventure game, right? So all the players would spawn in here. This is like the main lobby. Players spawn in here. They would spawn in kind of all around this circle here. So like wherever you were at, I guess. Um, and then kind of have like these rolling hills and stuff, which was supposed to be kind of like you were kind of supposed to feel like you were in the mountains in a way. And like some because the game was called I think like Oasis or something. So that's basically what it was supposed to be. You were supposed to kind of feel like you were in some little oasis. And that was supposed to be some little addition to where you'd be able to like ride a boat into it and go on like a boat ride basically. And then you'd be coming out over here, but I never ended up finishing it. And then this, I mean, you can right now I have 1500 cash. You can come over here. You can claim it and then you just claimed it. This was just a free model that I had, well, that was in the toolbox, but I had it in my little inventory thing. And I just put it in there as like placeholder because I was going to make something else right there similar to that. It was just going to be like you'd walk up to it, but instead of it being this treasure chest, it would be like you'd have to keep kicking on this knife or like this sword, I mean, and it would have to like slowly get pulled out of the ground and then you'd get rewarded with like a different sword every day, and it would have been something pretty cool, but I never got around to finishing it. Um, and then I mean these palm trees, uh, I mean I like them, so kind of fit with my concept, I guess. But I made all of this stuff just for fun at one point. And then obviously this was kind of supposed to be like the start of your adventure in a way. This was like the main lobby. There's gonna be like a shop and like everything over there and like fuses and um combinations and whatever else for all different like pets and swords and backpacks and all kinds of stuff. Except the systems were gonna be different. They would have just been a single backpack that you would have upgraded, and the backpack every upgrade would have been a different backpack. So you'd have different sizes. I forgot what I was doing with this guy here. Scared me for a second. But yeah, I mean, but you can kind of walk around. It wasn't completely finished. Um, but I was kind of trying to make a little bit of a, I don't know, like I said, I guess the rolling hills. But anyways, so you would start your adventure here, and then down here, your little UI, you'd have your level obviously, and then this was supposed to be for your XP, and then here was going to be where you'd have your swords, your like fruits, and whatever else you could collect, and you'd be able to like chop trees down and use the wood to make swords and stuff like that. But I just ended up kind of getting tired, well, not really tired of it, but I was just building this by myself and I just got bored because I got so tired of the build that I didn't even want to do any scripting for it or anything else, so or like even continue on the build. But yeah, it was just I mean, these were some of the stuff I was making for it. I forgot about that. These were going to be some of the weapons and stuff. This was going to be like an enchantment book that would open up whenever you like found it. It was kind of a secret thing. So you'd walk up to it and then you'd kind of have to press like E or F or something, whatever key press I was going to use. And then you would have like it would have opened and said like you've gained an enchantment and then you'd be able to select from three different enchantments whichever one you wanted. So I thought that would have been kind of cool. This would have been like kind of the currency that would have been used. Um, Here's one of the little staffs that I made. And then this was another little like bat baton type of thing I made. Um, but this was gonna be for like different zones and stuff. And like this was probably I was gonna give this to like a little ogre type of thing. And then this was gonna be like some wizard staff that was gonna have like a ray casting um light and everything that would shock the player and everything. So but over here was just gonna be kind of like the um I guess marketplace. So here people would be able to buy their own little stands, sell their weapons to other players. And then they would be able to there was also like a little market where you could buy weapons, kind of like how I don't know if you've ever played like Destiny or any of that kind of stuff where they have their marketplace or Outriders for the marketplace you could buy gear at like a certain level or whatever. It's gonna be something similar to that, but I just never ended up finishing it. But this was kind of the concept. Um, it would be cool to finish the idea at some point, but it's just there was so much idea to it that I had that uh I just I got so tired of it. And I think it was actually starting to build the second like zone over here, if I remember correctly, is what it looks like. I think this was supposed to be kind of like the stone world or some um like everything was just gonna be kind of stone, made of stone or something like that. And yeah, that's what it was. You were just gonna have to walk on this little. It was gonna be like a little path, and then you'd have to enter like this big gate that was supposed to be right here, and it would open up, and then it would show your character like walking in, and then whenever you walked in, it would teleport you to basically the cave that you were needing to be in, and there'd be enemies in there that you'd be able to fight and collect loot and stuff like that. And then you could trade, and you'd be able to buy like different hats and uh, it was just a ton of different ideas that I had that I was gonna make. But I was like, oh, I'll just make a kind of a rough outline of the idea that I wanted. So I was making that, and then one day I started making another game and just kind of completely stopped doing this and got tired of this one. But yeah, I mean, I had a few little, not really placeholders. They were going to be like the release, I guess, weapons. There's going to be a lot more, but these were one of some of the release weapons here. That were going to be kind of, I guess, the rare weapons, I guess. So whenever like the beta, because it was in an alpha version, I would have released it during an alpha. So that way during beta, it would only have it, like when they looked in their inventory, the swords would say alpha on it, and you couldn't trade them, but they would like you could sell them for however much, like a super valuable if you really wanted to. Um, but yeah, this little noob right there was just one from the toolbox that I put in here. I don't exactly remember what it was for, but um, yeah, but I think that's about it on here. Um, but I hope you guys enjoyed um this little thing I built here a while ago. It was kind of nice coming back to it and seeing what I built. I did have a custom bridge that I built, but then I found this one that I just used because the bridge I had looked really nice, and it fit with everything, but for whatever reason, on this end of it, my bridge wasn't um like connected, like it wouldn't connect, it kept bugging out or something. So, but in like the studio, it looked fine. So anyways, I think that's probably going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And uh, yeah, all right. Have a good one. Bye.